Good morning students, myself Dr. Ishu Jain from PG Department of Chemistry, Gujranwala Guru Nanak Khalsa College. So yesterday we have started with our first lecture of heterocyclic chemistry for MSc 2 students, and we have started with the synthesis and reactions of aziridine, that is a 3-membered cyclic compound with nitrogen as heteroatom. So we have discussed up to now the physical properties and 3 methods of synthesis of aziridine. First was insertion of nitrogen to alkene. Second was insertion of carbene to imines, and the third was cyclization reaction. And today we will start with our 4th method of synthesis, that is Hoche-Campbell method. So our 4th method of synthesis is Hoche-Campbell method. So in this method, our aziridine is synthesized from ketoxime and Grignard reagent RMGX, that is your Grignard reagent in excess. Your aziridine is synthesized in Hoche-Campbell method from ketoxime and excess of Grignard reagent. So what is ketoxime? First we will prepare ketoxime from ketone. For example, take carbonyl compound. So it can be anything. So I have written R here. So you can take any of the ketone. It will react with NH2OH HCl, hydroxylamine, to result in the formation of a ketoxime. This O and H2 will remove water, so minus H2O, and your ketoxime will be formed. So I will write ketoxime here. So it will be PHC double bond N, then OH, and rest of the compound as such. So this is your ketoxime. Now it reacts with Grignard reagent. So your Grignard reagent is RMGX. R is negative. It will capture proton and it will result in the formation of PHC. Now double bond N, then again C, H is removed, so R will be attached here, CH, R, and single bond, because this carbon is attacking nitrogen over here. So what will be formed? This compound. Now again it was excess of Grignard reagent RMGX, so RMGX again reacts, and now it will attack this carbon and it will capture hydrogen or proton from the solution. So it will be resulting in the formation of single bond NHR. Is it clear? So what is formed? Aziridine. This is aziridine. Now we have taken RMGX twice in this reaction. So what is the function of RMGX here? So first RMGX or Grignard reagent is attacking proton and it is acting base over here. So RMGX is acting as a base over here, and this time in the second part of the reaction RMGX is attacking carbon. So it is acting as a nucleophile here. So RMGX is used in excess and it acts as base as well as nucleophile in this reaction. So RMGX, it acts as base as well as nucleophile in this reaction, and this reaction occurs in the presence of dry THF. This reaction occurs in the presence of dry tetrahydrofuran or dry THF, because the presence of moisture will result in the formation of alcohols. So this was the fourth method of synthesis of aziridine, that is Hodge-Campbell method. In this method ketoxime reacts with excess of the Grignard reagent, where Grignard reagent first acts as base and then it acts as a nucleophile, and this reaction occurs in the dry THF because the presence of moisture will result in the formation of alcohols. So this was the fourth method. Next, fifth method of synthesis of aziridine is the Hessner's method. Hessner's method of synthesis. So in the Hessner's method, your alkene reacts with iodine isocyanate. Your alkene reacts with iodine isocyanate to give, followed by reaction with methanol to give aziridine as the product. So your fifth method, that is Hessner's method, your alkene, suppose this is your alkene, any of the alkene can be taken and it will react with iodine isocyanate NCO. So iodine react with isocyanate and result in the, followed by reaction with methanol. So these two will react. First of all, iodine will be added over the double bond. So this is your alkene part, iodine is added. Iodine can form only one bond, so it will be positive charge because it is making two bonds. Now isocyanate, so it will attack over here. What will be formed? NCO Me. So this NCO can attack any of the carbon because these two carbons are identical, both are having two of the methyl groups. So it can attack any of the carbon and another carbon will be having iodine as the substituent. Then followed by reaction with methanol. So it will take this proton now. This nitrogen is having lone pair of electron, it will attack over here I negative and H will be removed as Hi. So what will you get? You will get aziridine as the product. It's a derivative of aziridine. So this is your aziridine derivative. So I am repeating, that is Hessner's method. In Hessner's method, alkene react with iodine isocyanate followed by reaction with methanol, and it will give you aziridine derivative as the product. So this was the fifth method of synthesis of aziridine. Now last method is from oxidanes. Now in oxiranes are the compound, as I have already told you yesterday, that oxiranes are three-membered heterocyclic compounds with oxygen as the heteroatom. So oxiranes react with immunophosphoranes. Oxiranes react with immunophosphoranes. So this is the sixth method, that is from oxiranes. Oxiranes react with immunophosphoranes. So it will be your CH3 N PPH3. So C bond N PPH3. So this is your immunophosphoranes react with oxiranes So nitrogen can attack any of the carbon of the oxirane ring because these two are identical. So this oxirane ring will be opened up and it will result in the formation of O negative. So you can number the carbon atoms to avoid any confusion, 1 and 2. So there are 2 carbon atoms, 1, 2, and third species will be nitrogen. So it is nitrogen. To avoid the confusion, I have numbered the carbon atoms. So O negative, 1, 2 carbon atoms, and then it is bonded with the nitrogen, PPH3 and CH3. Now nitrogen is making 4 bonds, so it will be positively charged to counterbalance the positive charge. So I will repeat over here and I can rearrange this compound as PPH3. So it will be positively charged now because that it has donated the electron pair to nitrogen. Now this negative charge oxygen will attack over here, electron will come over here, and this reaction results in the formation of aziridine. So again 1, 2 carbon, 1 carbon is forming bond with nitrogen. So it is attached with methyl group and side product oxygen PPH3. So this reaction again gives you the aziridine as a product. Clear? So this method again I am repeating, that is from oxiranes. So oxiranes react with immunophosphoranes. This nitrogen act as a base and nucleophile, it can attack any of the carbon because these 2 carbons are same or identical, and the ring will open up and this oxygen will attack PPH3 and you will get your aziridine as the product. So these are the 6 methods of the synthesis of aziridine. Now according to the syllabus we are having synthesis and reactions of aziridine. So next we will discuss the reactions of aziridine. So in reactions you are having electrophilic reactions, nucleophilic reactions, photochemical reactions and removal of heteroatoms. So there are 4 kinds of reaction. First we will discuss the nucleophilic reactions. In nucleophilic reactions, because aziridine is a 3-membered ring and is very unstable, so nucleophile has a tendency to attack over the aziridine ring and open it up. So nucleophile attacks the aziridine . So it can attack any of the nucleophile will always attack carbon. So nucleophile will attack carbon and the ring will get open up. So it will abstract proton from the solution and here nucleophile will be attached. Clear? So NH2, CH2, CS2 nucleophile will be attacked over here. So nucleophile here can attack any of the carbon, but it will depend upon the polarity of the solvent. Just take 2 examples. Often this question is asked in the examination. Give the nucleophilic reactions of aziridine or nucleophilic ring opening reactions of aziridine one in the presence of water and other in the presence of diethyl ether. Or what is the difference between the products of two reactions? For example, if I write here one compound, so this is your aziridine, and if I substitute methyl over here, so this is your compound A, and if it reacts with a nucleophile like ammonia in the presence of diethyl ether, and if it reacts with ammonia in the presence of water. Clear? So now we are having the same compound which is having one methyl substituted carbon, and this is position A and this is position B. So ammonia, which act as a nucleophile, will react differently with this compound in the presence of diethyl ether and water. Water, you know, is a polar solvent, while diethyl ether is non-polar. So what is the difference between these two reactions? This question is often asked in the examination. So what will be the product in these two reactions? The reactant is same, ammonia is same, but the difference is only solvent. Solvent here is the diethyl ether, which is a non-polar solvent, and here the solvent is water, which is a polar solvent. So in the presence of non-polar solvent, nucleophile will attack the carbon which is less substituted. Here nucleophile will attack the carbon which is less substituted. Less substituted carbon means which is having less steric hindrance. So here this B carbon is more substituted, methyl group is bulkier than the hydrogen. So here nucleophile, that is ammonia, will attack over A. So here attack occurs at A. Attack of ammonia at carbon A. So what will be the product? So attack of ammonia over A, ring will open up like this. So you will be getting CH, NH2, C, CH3, that is your methyl group, H and NH2. Is it clear? So your ring is opened this way. But in the presence of polar solvent, first the ring will open up due to the polarity of the solvent, and the ring will be opened from here, because if the ring opens from here, it will result in the formation of a carbocation which is less substituted, while if ring opens from here, it will result in the formation of a carbocation which is secondary. So you know carbocation's stability order is tertiary carbocation is more stable than secondary, which is more stable than primary carbocation. So here primary carbocation is formed and here secondary carbocation is formed. So cleavage from this side is favored, and it will result in the formation of, so first ring opening occurs, clear? And then nucleophile attacks. Nucleophile, that is your ammonia. So ammonia will attack over here. Clear? So what will be the product? So what we have discussed in this, there are two types of solvent, polar and non-polar. So the nucleophilic attack, in case of nucleophilic ring opening reactions of aziridine, the nucleophile will attack according to the steric effects for the non-polar solvents, and for the polar solvents the ring opens in a way which results in the formation of a more stable carbocation, and then after that nucleophile will attack the opened ring. Clear? So these were the nucleophilic ring opening reactions. Next is the electrophilic ring opening reactions of aziridine. Because aziridine is a three-membered ring, it is highly unstable due to the angle strain, So these reaction azridine is susceptible to ring opening. So second is the electrophilic ring opening reactions. So if you take azridine, here electrophile is there, for example HX, so N will abstract proton from here, so NHH, and it will be positively charged. Now this ring has to be opened because this is identical, so ring can open from here or here. It will result in the formation of a same carbocation. So ring can open, suppose from this side, so it will result in the formation of NH2 and this carbocation, and then X negative will attack over here and you will get the product this. But if your compound is substituted, so if I have taken methyl over here and others are H, so HX, so I can skip the step, this one. So first of all N will abstract proton and the ring will open from here. Why? Because it will result in the formation of a secondary carbocation. But if the ring opens from here, it will result in the formation of a primary carbocation. No substitution is here. So ring will open up from B side. If this is A side, this is B side, ring will open from B side and your product will be, here methyl is substituted, H and NH2. Is it clear? And again third reaction, if you are having methyl over here and phenyl over here, so if you are having HX, so what will be formed? Here if the ring opens from side A, benzyl carbocation will be formed, and if ring opens from here, then methyl carbocation or secondary carbocation will be formed. Now benzyl carbocation is more stable than the alkyl carbocation, so the ring opens from here and X negative will attack over here. Clear? So this is your product for this reaction X. Clear? So these were the electrophilic ring opening reactions of azridine, in which electrophile attacks, H positive part is abstracted by the nitrogen of the azridine, and X negative part or Cl negative, Br negative, they will attack the carbon which is more stable carbocation. First of all, ring will be opened up, which results in the formation of a more stable carbocation, and X negative will join that carbocation. Is it clear? And third type of reaction is the photochemical reactions of azridine. So we have discussed in our last lecture that insertion of carbene to the alkene results in the formation of azridine. So under photochemical condition, third type of reaction is the photochemical reactions of azridine. This is very important reaction. So whenever you are having azridine, you can have any of the azridine, it can be substituted one. So suppose this is your azridine compound. Now under the photochemical conditions, that is light is passed, so carbene reacts with imines resulting in the formation of azridine. So when under photochemical conditions, these bonds which are formed by sharing of two electrons, there will be formation of carbene and imines. So this is your CH2 double bond and CH3 plus your carbene. So what is formed under photochemical reactions of azridine? Your alkene and carbene is formed. Now last type of reactions of azridine is the extrusion of heteroatom, that is nitrogen. So azridine reacts with nitrosyl chloride NOCl, resulting in the formation of alkene and resulting in the formation of alkene. Suppose this is your aziridine. So it will attack nitrogen, Cl will be lost. And then this is positively charged now. So this bond reaction will open up, resulting in the formation of a alkene. And this reaction is stereospecific in nature. What is the importance of this reaction? This reaction is stereospecific in nature. What is stereospecific reaction? The alkene will be formed having the same stereochemistry as the starting aziridine. Here the pH were trans to each other, and in the alkene formed will be trans. But if the pH or two phenyl groups are cis to each other in the starting aziridine, then this alkene formed will be cis compound. So these were the syntheses, that is we have discussed six synthesis methods of aziridine, and we have discussed 4 reactions of aziridine: reactions, nucleophilic ring opening reactions, electrophilic ring opening reactions, photochemical reactions, and extrusion of nitrogen. These 2 reactions are very important. And last is what is the significance or biological importance of aziridine. Aziridine itself is very allergic. It can cause skin allergy if comes directly in contact, or it can also cause allergy to the eyes. But a multi-ring derivative of aziridine known as mitomycin A, it's a very important compound and is an antibiotic and is used in the treatment of cancer. So a multi-cyclic derivative of aziridine named mitomycin is used in the treatment of cancer and is a antibiotic. Otherwise aziridine is very allergic and it causes skin allergy, allergy to the eyes, etc. So this was all about your aziridine compound, 3-membered cyclic compound, heterocyclic compound with nitrogen as the heteroatom. In the next lecture we will discuss about oxidine. Clear? Thank you.